Recording has started.
Still missing a few people.
Yep. Well, we're not starting yet, but recording started.
Anybody in Discord need an invite to the raid?
I'm fine. I'm gonna keep leveling.
Okay.
Likewise.
Like I said in game, being here is only required for promotions and for the giveaways.
I'm only level 15, so I don't think any of the things would be useful at the moment.
Well, there's going to be bags.
Oh boy. Thanks.
I'm also like so used to playing self-found, so it's one of those things. 2 years as a self-found player kind of makes you look for yourself.
What's going on? Sorry, I'm fairly new. We're doing like a raid or something.
We do guild meetings every so often to do promotions and get everybody on the same page about the future, and we do giveaways.
The raid is just to make it easier to group everybody together.
I got you. Yeah, I'm just new to WoW and the whole, atmosphere, so I'm just, asking.
Yeah, not every guild does this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like the first guild I'm in, so like I'm just trying to
I think
go with
also
the
being
flow.
in a group keeps you all in the same layer, because there's the chance that you guys will all go and you just aren't in the same layer.
Yes.
I got you.
Vishy, I'll be logging in a few seconds here. It's in a different game.
Okay. Evil, are you able to do any summons right now? Could you summon our other warlocks first? And then if all y'all warlocks are willing and have soul shards, we would appreciate summoning the people that are not here yet. Thank you guys for your patience.
I was watching on YouTube.
I know there was a bit of
just
confusion
cracked
with
my
this
neck.
one because of Blizzard changing server time twice. We're going to try to avoid using server time from now on because it's just not reliable. But for today, we are a little bit delayed. Yeah, UTC doesn't really help for most people here who are American. You're going to ask them to do math, Gabs? Come on.
We know math.
You really should change something on your
Isn't UTC
system.
that's like Australian, right?
No, it's Universal Time. It's London time. Mainly.
Oh, London. Okay, yeah. No, if it's London time, I know how to do that. That's you're 7 hours ahead of me, so it's like what, 7 at night for you, or 10 at night. 7 or 9.
It's 10 p.m. at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're 7 hours ahead. So if you're in Pacific, he's 9 hours ahead of you. If you're in Central, he's 6 hours ahead of you. If you're in Eastern, he's 5 hours. If you're in Atlantic, he's 4 hours ahead of you. There's your math.
Too much math.
And thus you see the reason why I decided not to become a math teacher.
I just play with a lot of Europeans because I work nights, so I learned their time schedules very well.
I didn't know there was going to be a test.
Well, I'm a bear, so I don't know. I just go raw and eat people.
That is a very different connotation in my head. I need to readjust. Hold on.
Well, hey, do you want me to turn into a cow and just go moo?
That doesn't have a different connotation in my head. I think that might be better.
Yeah, we were thinking of different kind of bears.
I'm playing druid, so and I'm just tanking right now.
That's why, man.
Oh,
I'm a
man.
simple tank. I don't do math.
True that.
I'm on the opposite where I heal and tank, so I have to do math. Been enjoying bear tanking in hardcore, and I've dedicated it. And I've kind of want to try it in TBC, so it's different from Paladin. I'll tell you that.
It's also very good.
It is.
I've kind of changed my guild on how most people think of self-found players play, because on hardcore I play self-found, but I like dedicate half my time into helping the guild.
I don't know who Sam Sleazy is that joined, but if anybody knows who that is,
Sleazy
I can
Sam.
give them.
Yeah. Good old sleazy Sam.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, sure, I'll take the invite.
That's their character name. Just Sleazy Sam.
Ah,
Nice.
please stop that. Thank you.
Alright, we're gonna get this thing started in about 2 minutes.
Again, sorry about the late start time here.
Mute dynamite for a minute.
Stig, can you please? Sorry. Thanks. Evil, did you get disconnected?
My mic working?
Now I can hear you, yeah.
Oh yeah, I got disconnected. It's not on push to talk. I just was tinkering with it earlier. I need to fix that.
Yeah, no worries. All right, Ash, you want to get started?
Let's go ahead and get this going.
I'm going to get started on promotions. Anybody who's present at one of our guild meetings gets in both Discord and the raid, gets promoted to initiate. This week we don't have other promotions to do, but whenever we do have other promotions to do, we will do them at our meetings. Evil, we can hear your game again. Sorry, bud.
Still does that for some reason.
Okay.
Sensitive mics, it'll pick it up.
Yeah, my
Ideally,
mic's-
if people could just mute themselves until we are ready to, unless it's time for them to speak, that would be great for during the meeting itself.
Just helps us get things quicker and more organized. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get this meeting started. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our second official meeting as the Nameless. My name is Mercy, also known as Ash, so either name works for me. I am your guild master. Glad to have you all aboard. I see a question there in the raid, which I can't type that. 1 second.
Am I on the wrong character for me to be in there?
Just 1 second. Okay. Simple things that we're going to be covering for everybody today. We're going to be talking about the basics of what's coming up here in the next couple weeks. We're going to be talking about the guild bank, because that is something new that we now have. Some basics about what the ranks entail and promotions to get to that. And then kind of a rehash with a little bit of extra information from last time based on our raid times, add-ons, and things of that nature. We'll also talk about inactivity specifications so people are aware of that, and when the next meeting will be. We will have giveaways in the middle of all of this with all of the roles, and then questions at the end. So if you have a question you would like to ask, please do yourself the favor to write it down, type it out somewhere to hold on to it, so that way when we get to the end, you will have your question available, if not already answered, as the time goes on. So, quick fire off here to start up things. The basics of what's going on here. Opening of the Dark Portal, that's going to be happening on February 5th. And on February 5th, once the Dark Portal opens, we will be facilitating dungeon spam groups. So if you would like to gather up a 5-man group to do dungeons, get a lot of experience in that manner, please make sure to ask Vishy to help out by having him create a sign-up on the Discord so that you can pull together, organize, get the people you need to. If you have your own 5-man group already and don't need the assistance, by all means go ahead. But if we can help facilitate, let us know. Vishy will set that up. After that, it's going to be leveling and exploring, getting all of that done, and Tier 4 raids will be opening on the 19th of February. Just a reminder for everybody again, our environment is a casual raiding environment with basic raiding etiquette requirements. So basic raiding etiquette, that I'm saying, sign up on the Discord for different events and different raids, everything like that. When you come to raid, we ask you to have your consumables ready. We ask you to understand your role in class, what kind of things you're supposed to be doing inside the raid and how you handle it. A willingness to take constructive feedback and grow from the feedback and learn. We're here to learn, we're here to have fun. And we ask everyone to be as focused as you can during the raids. The quicker we get in, the quicker we get out kind of idea. And as I did last time, I want to stress again, we are not hardcore. We are not semi-hardcore. We're just here to have fun and experience the content while respecting everyone's time the best we can and giving good efforts to accomplish the completion of these raids. That's what we're here to do. We are also seeking to foster a friendly environment overall, and this is for new people that didn't hear this last time. We ask that everyone receives the same respect that you would expect given to you, if not more. Everyone should be well respected in this kind of situation. Nothing should be said to mean to belittle others or rage bait, as just some simple examples. Standard Blizzard terms of service rules still apply, and we have our own rules on top of that to help really buckle it down. Respect is key, so when it comes down to it, think about the respect levels of what's going on. Significant violations will be addressed by the officer team. Check out Guild Rules section on Discord for some more specifics. If you have questions there, it might be answered there. Our meetings are not set in stone when it comes to specific times, but during those meetings we will be doing giveaways as we have the availability to do that. Our next meeting will be on February 4th at 12 PST. If you need to do a conversion, 12 PST is 1 Mountain Time, 2 Central Time, 3 Eastern Time. But that will be on the 4th, so that it is a day before the actual opening of the portal, so we can get last stuff in, get everybody ready. Let's talk about the Guild Bank now, because the Guild Bank is something that got to us with the pre-patch. The Guild Bank is currently open, and we are currently sitting at 1 tab. In order to purchase the next tab, it's 250 gold, and then chances are it's 500 gold for the 3rd tab. If you guys want to help out, any donations that you can give are welcomed, but absolutely not required. If you can help, go ahead, but make sure to take care of yourselves first. Set yourselves up for success, financially and otherwise, before concerning yourself with any kind of guild donations. Take care of yourselves first. Access overall, as of right now, GMs and officers have access to any of the items. If you need something, if you would like something, ask myself or Vishy. We'll be more than happy to help out if we can and pass things along. Our intention for anything that we get donation-wise, supplies and whatnot, is going to be making consumables, craftable gear, different useful BOEs, and then, of course, giveaway prizes that we can set up for everybody. Any gold that we end up setting up beyond just the extra tabs, we'll be purchasing items from the auction house for guild purposes, such as the things we need to make these consumables. And eventually, with a potential system that Vishy and I are talking about now, we can open up guild repairs later on as well. There were a couple questions about what constitutes promotion and what the different guild ranks have here. Obviously, as the guildmaster, I am here to just oversee and help out where I can. My officer team, getting to the officer rank, what qualifies as a promotion, it's all going to be based on leadership rather than skill. This is a full trust given to somebody, and it's definitely got to be earned. It comes with extra responsibilities and meetings outside of regular guild meetings. We do extra talking, but in turn, it gives a lot more say in what we decide to do as a guild. For the raider rank, don't want to set a hard number for the promotion to the rank. Instead, it's a little bit more subjective. And for raider, we're looking at skill. Their participation in raids, the understanding of the game, and in general, community interactions, how you work with other people, how you talk to other people. Veterans are just long-standing members of the community. It is on a case-by-case basis for that one. The member rank is showing genuinely positive interactions inside and outside of the guild. And for most of you folks here that are already getting these promotions, your initiate rank is the standard member. You're newer to the guild, but you have joined a guild meeting, gotten the promotion because you've done that, and joined Discord. Very simple, very straightforward. So we're working on the promotions there, and
Yeah, sorry, I'm just being slowed down by people doing other things last minute that they need me for. So I am working on the promotions now. Sorry, guys.
it's fine. We have the recording. We can get to it, even if something happens after the fact. We'll know who was here. Let's go ahead and, for the recording purpose, ask you, Wizard, to thank you. Today, for the giveaways, we are still in the early phases. We have some bags. Several of them were generously donated to us for the purposes of giving away. So what I am going to do is split this out in 2 giveaways today. The first one is going to be for Mage Weave bags, 12-slot bags, if you can use those. I'm going to ask for a roll, and the top 5 rolls are going to get a Mage Weave bag. The second one, after the end, when we get down to just before questions, will be Runecloth bags for 14 slots. I'll do it the same way. Top 5 gets a Runecloth bag. So I am going to link the item, and I'm going to ask for a roll from everyone who's interested in the Mage Weave bag, and we'll do that. So give me just one moment here to get that set up. Closing the rolls in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top 5 for the wins. Tank Senpai with a 98. No Name with double O in there and a 91. Forgiver 88. Unada 88. Evil Wizard 70. Come over here to the staircase so I can give you the bags, and then we'll move on to the next step.
Wish I could just her invite.
Alright, congrats to the 5 that won that. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's start talking about our raid times here. So currently, we are set up for raids at an expected 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Sundays and Mondays. However, as I mentioned before, we are going to be getting information from everybody to see what the best time will be. If it lines up with what I've been advertising and saying, then so be it. If not, we'll see what we can do and try to get as many people into a raid as possible. To help with this, within this next week, definitely before our next meeting, we are going to be sending out an announcement on Discord that we have a survey using Google Forms to find out what times people are available to raid, so we can, as I said, use the best chance we can at filling up these raid spots. We might ask for the survey to be done again in the future when considering timeframes for additional groups as well, so you'll be able to get used to how it looks, because it'll be pretty standard format for us. On additional groups, we are currently looking to form at least one 25-man group, and we are going to be open for more. If we do need to get to that point of separate groups, there will need to be additional leadership in that regard. So if the time comes, we'll be looking for additional leadership in that regard as well. Because we don't have a complete roster yet, your specs, classes, and professions, all of those kinds of things, any of that's going to be needed, we don't know yet. It's not determined yet. We need to get to max level, figure out what we've got. That said, having multiple options for rating really helps out the group and guild in general. So if you'd like to play multiple characters or specs, if you want to get a boost, by all means, go ahead and ask for help here. We'll do what we can, and we'll do our best to help out however we can. So, moving forward, our loot rules are probably going to be EPGP. We are looking into making sure that everything lines up with an add-on. We just need to make sure the add-on works. Still early days with these add-ons, making sure they work, so we want to make sure. If it comes down to it and we do have EPGP, we will address how specifically that'll work, but the general gist is the more you participate, the more bosses we down, the more you show up to raids, the higher priority you go, and the more gear you get, the further down the list you go. So it spreads out, it does its best to distribute the loot as evenly and as fairly as possible. So for requirements on add-ons when it comes to raiding, we're going to have 4, as long as we get to it for one of them. The 3 that are absolute are Deadly Boss mods, Pally Power for Paladins and Raid Leaders, and some form of a threat meter. So Tiny Threat or some other add-on that will end up doing it. And then the 4th one is whichever EPGP add-on we can find that works, if that's what we end up finding that works, and we go with that. Some other recommended add-ons for you guys: Nova World buffs for layer information, Mapmate, it's back up and working for seeing your fellow guildies on the map so you can track down each other and stalk, because I've been stalked by it before. In a good way, because then lightning bolts came out of nowhere. It was fun. Details for your DPS meters and statistical combat tracking. Rating Buster to help easier understand gear stats. It gives you a percentage instead of a rating, for example. And Attune, an add-on that helps explain how to get attuned to all the raids and dungeons, because there are attunements that we're going to be looking at for TBC. All of these add-ons as well are listed on the Discord for you in the rules section. So if you have a need to take a look for those things, it's there as well. Feel free to take a look. One of the things that we wanted to address here is if people need to be kicked for inactivity. So I'm going to try to read this as verbatim as I can. Inactivity can eventually lead to being removed from the guild. All of your characters in the guild will need to be offline for a significant length of time, but the cutoff for what is significant is adjusted based on our needs, but higher levels and higher ranks will always be allotted a longer inactivity time before being kicked. Inactivity doesn't bar you from a re-invite either, so don't worry about that. It's not like, oh, you lost our faith. It's, you know. Removal from the guild will negatively impact your loot rules, so if we go with EPGP, it will impact that, however, so do try to keep us in the loop and be active. It'll just be better overall. Character notes in the guild. Right now we're just looking for specs. Having the specs updated helps us manage information better and allows others to see what spec you prefer playing. So when forming a group, it can help.
The best time to send us that information is either privately on Discord at any time. You can send that to me, or it would, if I'm online and not in the middle of the guild meeting or something like that, you can try to poke me. If I miss your message,
The
keep on
fuck?
poking
I'm in
me.
the fucking channel.
What? Can you hear us? We can hear you.
Yeah, we heard you now, Justin.
All right. And last thing, just once again, for everyone to get this again for you, our next meeting will be February 4th at 12 Pacific Standard Time. It is going to be, another meeting talking about what's coming up, getting everybody prepared for the opening of the Dark Portal, last second kind of things. But then we are also, before that, going to be having a full guild hangout, which is just casual, for fun, pop in, meet people, play some games. That is going to be both our current members and former guild members from other servers that we've been with as well. Socializing party games, that's happening tomorrow at 12 Pacific Standard as well. So with that is all I have there. Let's go ahead and do another quick giveaway for the Runecloth bags. I'll get that set up, and then after we do that, I'll open up the floor for any questions you guys might have. First, the giveaway.
Did anybody who is in Discord right now and also the raid not receive their promotion to initiate? Please let me know. I think I see. Oh, Juxton didn't. Okay, hold on. On it. 1 sec.
I didn't want to say anything during the add-ons, but like if we have any like big druid players, having like druid bar is really nice. It lets you look at what mana you have when you're in shapeshift. So bear form, cat form shows you your mana bar underneath your energy bar and rage.
The add-on failed me. I need to do this manually. Give me just a sec. I just need to look through and see what we got.
69 automatically wins, right?
I wish.
Nah, I think a 1 automatically wins if you roll a 1. Because that's just a pity roll at that point.
I think in 82, when it's your birth year, just happened to land on my. That's even better. I just thought about that. Oh my gosh, my birth year.
Okay. So based on the rolls, thankfully it was pretty easy to pick up. Yep, we got some good rolls in there, which is why it was pretty easy to pick up. I have Apothecary with a 100, Ushaka and Netanyahu with 95s, Forgiver with 84, and the fifth, I typed them, didn't I? Zab with an 82.
Huh?
Zandria.
I also had an 82.
Yeah, I typed it wrong. Zandria, that's why. I hit a B, not an N. That's, yeah.
This is so great.
So, congrats to you guys. Once again, come on over here to the bottom of the stairwell. Ramp. There's no stairs. This is just a... What are the Blood Elf people doing? What?
Yeah, they've just had ramps. Their stuff is supposed to be kind of majestic and no stairs needed.
Ash, did you give away any of the blue BOE items in the guild bank?
I did
Thank
not.
you, sir.
I figured if someone could use those actively, just ask us. We'll hand those out.
Wouldn't it be best to do that here?
Once again, we're all here, so if you can use it, ask us.
Okay. It's just that they can't see the guild bank while they're in the inn. So
Thankfully, we are right next to a guild bank here.
that's why I was gonna grab them for you if you want.
All good. I believe I just have... Yep, the one left. Did I see Mushaka?
Take care of it and stuff.
I see the totems.
The dark times will pass.
They truly will.
Hey.
Or was it... Yeah, no. Where's Moon?
Is Mushaka in Discord?
What the heck? Where they do that? Okay, hold on.
Salama Ashalanore.
Juxton, we're hearing your things there.
Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me.
Alright, well, Mushaka, if you are in Discord here, please speak up now.
I will message them.
I don't think they're in Discord, which means that they would be disqualified from getting
Okay,
it.
my mouse disappeared and I can't do anything.
You're hearing my game sound? Is that what you said?
We were hearing some blood elves talking, Juxton.
Yes, we did. My mouse disappeared and I gotta kind of track it through the game without visual. There we go.
Alright, well, I gave a chance for them to speak, but,
Yeah, they just confirmed to me on Whisper they're not on Discord.
Okay, then it goes against that. So I need Daga and
I just told him
to re-roll for me because you both tied at a 70.
Hold on. I just told him that he needs it to be in Discord to be eligible for the giveaways. Do you want to give him a moment to try and join, or too late? Up to you. Your call.
I mean, unfortunately, it's too late. We said, in order to get it, you need to be in Discord, and we went through the entire meeting. So sorry. So that'll be D's Troll winning that Runecloth bag. Alrighty, everybody, that's all the giveaways for you. That is everything we had specifically for the meeting. I'm now going to go ahead and open the floor for questions. Easiest way to go ahead and get the questions in, and we're going to try to be as quick on these as we can today. In the raid itself, go ahead and let me know with a 1, 2, 3 in the raid chat for a question.
Real quick, I guess, since you opened up for questions, considering the girlfriend's gonna end up being out of being able to play for a while, and I probably will be down out for a little bit too, just due to she's gonna have a baby. Is there anything way we can work around that?
Yeah, just keep us informed.
Yep, just let us know.
I usually do.
Yep, that's all that I need to. I've got Relu with a 1, 2, 3 in raid. Floor is yours. Go ahead and ask your question.
That was the same question I was going to ask because I'm having a baby in late February.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. That's 2 for 1.
She's
yeah. The answer to that, if anyone needs to step away for whatever reason it might be, family, job, anything like that. If you know you're going to have some time away, just let us know, because at that point we know you're away. We can set our notes, for the officers to know not to boot you for inactivity kind of idea, and just let us know what's going on. We want to keep you guys in. That's the important thing.
Like, it just was kind of happenstance that we kind of... Yeah, but I just had this whole episode that just happened. It's like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to. She's like, you should just come. It'll help. I'm like, all right. And that's how I wound up in the guild.
There you go.
We used to raid together.
Guys. And, yeah. Good luck with that for sure. And when you're ready, you come back to us. Anyone else with a question?
Will do.
If you do have a question, the floor is yours, as long as you hit 1, 2, 3 in the raid chat, so I know to give it to you.
What's up, Evil?
Evil Wizard.
Y'all can hear me, right?
Yes.
Barely. We can hear your background a lot more.
I need to fix that.
Turn your game
Okay,
volume
I
to
tapped out. Is it better?
Yeah. But we can hear ourselves too. So I think you have your output being routed into your input as well.
Yeah, it would make sense.
Why don't we give you some time to fix that up? And we can take somebody else if there's anybody else who had a question. Yeah. Questions, comments, concerns. What's up, Lux?
I was going to say, because earlier you guys were talking about raids. Are you guys going to use classic raids as a way to see who's good at like raiding, who can work, see what comps need to be worked out, what kind of kinks need to be worked out for the groups, and et cetera, et cetera?
So I won't say we'll end up using classic raids for that, because at the point we're looking at the very different skills and things like that between 60 to 70. So it's not going to be the easiest to gather that. Instead, what we tend to look at is more along the lines of how you do in dungeons. We can tell, for the most part, how a dungeon will go, tells us how a raid will go in a lot of cases. There's obviously some things we can't account for, but it's not so much that I'm worried about skills and things like that at first. As I mentioned, we're here to have fun. We're here to give it our all. We're here to learn. And testing and making sure that we know who we can give the best shot overall to the group with, probably going to be heroics, the dungeons there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was going to say, having been a raid leader before, that just because going into new raids, you can't ascertain based off of old raids a lot of times because it's not the same types of fights. So you have to find the dynamic of people that work really well together during the current raids rather than old ones.
Yep, we'll do our best.
And keep in mind, we're talking about Tier 4, which is going to be post-nerf. And people are going to have to get attuned for it, and that's probably going to be harder than the actual raids themselves.
And, I'm just going to speak up real fast and just say, because we all want to go play. We don't want to be sitting here in Silver Moon for as long as we can. When it comes to answering questions, piping in, crosstalk, that kind of thing, just leave it to me and Vishy so we can get you all out of here and back to using your subscription for what you paid for. Okie doke.
Fair.
Alrighty. Did we have... It is fine if you type your question, even.
Fewer questions than last week or last meeting, so that's good.
Yeah, means we covered a lot of them. So the question from an Evil Wizard is it fine if we do pugs on the side to do raids, or is that a no-no? In this case here, because our raids are set on currently Sundays and Mondays, it is the end of the week before the reset. If you can't make that time, if you want to devote yourself to going into a pug for that week, that's up to you. we would ask folks to do the best they can if they are on the fence about sticking around and potentially giving us that raid slot. But we understand as well, it's a game and it's at the end of the week. If you've got something else to do, if you have an opportunity, I can't stop you. The folks that we're going to be looking for building overall, the core group that we constantly go back to are the people that show up time and time again. And because of that, if you end up pugging out, it means you're not there as often, so you might not be pulled in because we're trying to do what we can to get everybody in and do it regularly. I'm not gonna be upset if you go and do it, but I also would hope you would love the way we run our raids enough to hold off to do it with us.
We can't force anybody to do anything, but keeping in mind that if we do go with the Sunday and Monday, it's the end of the lockout, and we know that, and it's not ideal, but it's kind of at the moment out of our control. We're trying to see what wiggle room we have here, but yeah, lockouts are entirely, it's by raid. It is not by boss. So if you go into Karazhan and you kill Midnight with another group, that's it. You are locked to that group for the week. If the raid times don't work, look, if they don't work, they don't work.
And that's why we are also looking to not have just one. The biggest goal for having 2 overall raid groups with enough people is so that if one time doesn't work for someone else, then a second time might. And that's the overall hope that we can achieve. And that's why we're doing the recruitment like we're doing. It's why we're pushing for getting as many people involved as we can. Because the better opportunities to do something together as a group, the better it is.
Yeah. We're hoping that for the people that that can't make the currently aimed raid times, we're hoping we can get another group going. But, we understand that if that doesn't come to pass, then it doesn't come to pass. It's also, right now we're a little low on people in leadership. We don't have enough people to currently manage more than one group. But we are seeking to change that. While this guild has been around in one form or another on various servers since 2019, we did just start on this server. So we've got a handful of veterans from our guild and a sister guild, sister-ish, I guess. But we're doing the best that we can here. Like Ash mentioned, he'll be putting out a survey at some point here that'll ask people their availability, and we'll try to go based on that.
Yeah, it'll definitely before we have our next meeting, which will be just before the TPC officially opens up with Outland. Oh my gosh, Rend is dropping in 6 seconds. We're not gonna make it.
I just left their truckers.
Was there anyone else who had a question? If I missed it in chat, I don't know if you saw Vishy.
No, I just saw Zandalarl's thing about the raid nights.
Yeah, and I scrolled back up and saw Evil's question as well. So, all right, last call for questions. Otherwise, we're gonna go ahead and call the meeting done.
If Sleazy, if you're still here, would you be able to come back here and give people a port? Oh, thank you. Perfect.
Already working on it. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Not on my mage this time. I'm on my actual.
No, I'm used to you being on your mage. I was going to ask you. Thank you guys for your patience.
Yep, that's going to call it for the meeting for today. For those who are still here, if you missed anything of it, it will be posted up on YouTube. We will have a link in Discord for you to go back and listen again if you missed anything in that regard. We will also make an announcement in Guild to say that it's going to be up there.
Just a reminder again, I know you mentioned it already, but the next meeting we're planning is for noon Pacific time on February 4th. We are hoping to have some more information about Guild Bank and consumables for raids by then. And potentially we'll be putting out, hopefully, what do you think, putting out the survey before that point? And then maybe
survey's
going
out
over
before
those?
then. Yeah, we're going to try to go over that during the next meeting. Because, yeah, making that survey is a couple minutes at worst. We could even possibly copy an old one that we used to use, so.
All right, y'all, the portal's over here on the other section of the inn. If you want to take it, take it.
Thank you again, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers, y'all. Thanks.
And if you guys missed part of the meeting,
Later.
don't worry. We're gonna have the recording up as soon as possible.